for what they have given it, because nobody is stopping the vehicle, nobody is reducing the speed. Only thing is it is just something which they have given where there is a big risk factor also, that probably I may reduce the speed. For the speed breaker, everyone reduces. Only some people may not. People who are, I don't know. But in these, there are less number of people who are reducing it, more number of people who are riding fast. So when I'm reducing the speed, I don't know from behind who's coming. So if he's on a higher speed, then I'm dead.
Yes.
So you will have to be, whenever you are crossing that zebra crossing, also try to be on the left side. On the left side extreme, not in the middle. Middle, if you're reducing the speed, behind what is coming the road. So there's no purpose for that, again I'm saying. But it's a pain for everyone. For the car, for the bike, for everyone. I don't think there's a pain for the cycle. Even for the cycle owners also, I think they have a pain.
Our adventures doesn't need anywhere to stop.
Yeah, adventure bike. If you have a bigger tire radius, something like an adventure we have for ADVs. Since the tire radius is so big, that even though if you're going through that, you don't have so much of pain or there's no much vibration. Yes.
Suspension will be also very comfortable
And suspension is soft suspension. When the suspension is harder, then you feel more. When the suspension is softer, you'll feel. But then again, for that, don't soften your suspension, because when your suspension is softer, then overall geometry of the motorcycle will change.
Okay.
Again, it will swing also.
It will keep swinging at high speed.
So is there any solutions you provide for heating issues for the ADVs?
Heating issues.
It was a major problem for us, while riding in the cities.
Yeah, while riding in cities is a major issue, because
And
we are
especially
riding
in some summers,
We may
coming
not
summers.
move for a sixth gear.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we will be playing on third and fourth and fifth. So that was the major issues what we are facing, like we discussed now.
And one more thing also, sir. So for Java customer also, it is a major problem in heating issue. But as I saw my friends were also using some Java bikes, I personally asked them, so is the heating issue is cold or not? So when he took the bike at the starting, so when he driven 1000 kilometers, 2000 kilometers, it was still like same 3,000-4,000 kilometers. After his second service, after driving 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers, when the engine was very free, at that time the heating problem was totally solved for him.
Okay.
But I have done my second service,
Yeah.
and I have had around 6,000 kilometers has been done for last 4 months or something like that. But still, I was just facing the same issues, like
Overall,
it
very
reduce.
normal. You have seen the.
Yeah. Overall, it was not reduced at all.
Okay. Okay.
Now I'm just facing the same issues.
Okay.
Is there any possibilities or is there any chance to reduce the heat?
Sir, if the bike is getting
Any
overheated,
solutions?
there is a symbol inside the speedometer. It automatically get reflected in it.
Okay.
So if it is in the under the limit, so it is not an issue. And we
It's
need
not
very
it's not affected to the bike.
Yeah.
It affects to the legs.
reflection. So we need external cooling. Like if you are going above 4th, 5th gear or else above 50, 60 speed, when external air touches the engine, then it is get cooled. If you are going in the city traffic, anyhow, it might actively also get heated.
Normally, I used to ride bike like every day 70 kilometers within city.
Oh, okay.
So 1.5 hour and 1.5 year.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe the city conditions were.
Yeah, because of the city conditions, we have a higher power.
But
in our bikes.
my concern is that any solutions you may provide or any possibilities to reduce the heating. So
Can we do so?
We'll check and confirm.
We'll check. We'll try to.
I heard like
upgrade
there
it.
is engine oils, something like to cool the.
Already we are using synthetic engine oil,
Okay.
so
We are
we'll see.
using fully
on-
synthetic,
Okay.
not second.
I heard
Yeah.
something from.
Full synthetic.
Yeah, outside the market.
No, our engine oil is already full synthetic, so we'll see whether we can change the coolant.
That was a major concern for me.
It is not only for user, it is
For everyone.
Like, we cannot ride with the chappals.
Yes.
Even normal shoes.
Yes.
We should have a boots.
Yeah.
Without boots we cannot ride.
But I, sir, what will I tell you? Initially, నేను తీసుకొని ఆల్మోస్ట్ 8 months అవుతుంది.
Okay.
ఒక 2 months వరకు చాలా ఇబ్బంది అనిపించింది. అంటే అనిపించింది ఇది సిటీలో డ్రైవ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు చాలా హీటింగ్ వచ్చేసి అన్నీ కొంచెం చాలా అన్ఈజీగా ఉండేది. బట్ ఒకసారి ఏం చేశానంటే నేను విజయవాడకి డ్రైవ్ చేశాను. లాంగ్ డ్రైవ్లో వెళ్ళినప్పుడు నాకు ఆ హీట్ అంతగా నాకు అనిపించిన.
Okay.
టెలింగ్ అబౌవ్ 60-70లో వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఆ ఎయిర్ ఫ్లోకి ఆ హీటింగ్ మనకి యాక్చువల్లీ తెలియదు. సో నేను అప్పుడు రియలైజ్ అయింది ఏంటంటే సిటీలో ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రం అది భరించాల్సిందే. లాంగ్ వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మనకి
So సిటీలో తగ్గుతుంది. As my friend said that after 5,000 kilometers it has been decreased.
Okay. ఇప్పుడు ఇది రియల్లీ
So కొంచెం changes.
కొంచెం little bit అనేది differences అయితే కనబడుతుంది.
So
One more, I recently had third service, right? After that, I'm like you're saying there will be some heating issues and all, right? So sometimes I'm feeling burning smell out of the vehicle.
okay.
And what is the reason for that? And also for what is the reason for suspension leakage? You said there will be the oil, gas, some lid will be off or something.
సో
But for burning smell,
బర్నింగ్ స్మెల్ లో మనకి ఏమవుతుందంటే సో రోడ్ మీద కవర్స్ ఉంటున్నాయి. సో ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నోటీసింగ్ ద సైలెన్సర్స్ కి మనకు ఒక దగ్గర బ్లాక్ పోర్షన్ అవుతుంది. సో కవర్స్ తగిలి మనకు ఆ బర్నింగ్ స్మెల్ వస్తుంది కానీ వేరే స్మెల్ ఏం లేదు. సో మీరు ఆ సైలెన్సర్స్ కి చూడండి ఒకసారి, సైలెన్సర్స్ డౌన్ సైడ్ అయినా లేకుంటే ఫ్రంట్ పోర్షన్ ఇప్పుడు బెండ్ ఇలా ఉంది ఇది మంచిగా. సో ఈ పోర్షన్ లో మనకు కవర్స్ తగిలి మనకు ఆ బర్నింగ్ స్మెల్ వస్తుంది. ఇంకేం
It
లేదు.
was excessive burning smell, so
యా
that's why.
కవర్ వల్లనే వస్తుంది, ఇంకేం ఇష్యూ లేదు అందులో ఏం
First we have to identify like where it is coming from, front or back.
It was from middle.
वो कवर्स लगने की वजह से भी आ रहे हैं. आई हैव नोटिस दैट सम ऑफ द बाइक्स पर थोड़े पूरे पैचेस के जैसा रहना, पैचेस के जैसा. वो क्या है बोले तो आपको कवर जलने की वजह से वहाँ पे आपको वो स्मेल आ रहा आपको, एंड वो जो पैचेस
नहीं मेरे को लाइक स्टार्टिंग नया जब लिया था मैं, इट्स बीन 15 days, फर्स्ट राइड के टाइम पे ही थोड़ा स्मेल आ रहा था. लाइक नया है या
वो तो liquid starting में आया,
हाँ.
मेरे को भी आया.
अभी भी आ
So,
रहा
like, when it comes to the smell point of view, sir, it is very common. Even though if there is a cover or not also, end of the day, that's the engine, where inside that there's a lot of things are happening. So, and also it's a new paint will be done, and so far it has not been exposed to high temperatures. So when it is reaching the higher temperature, when you have a paint and engine is all powder coated and painted also. So due to which little amount of smell will be eventually be there, and more than that, 350cc temperature it has to reach at a certain point to perform. If the vehicle is not heating up, that means the vehicle is not performing also. It has to reach certain temperature to perform, and thank God these are only 350cc's, and they are not actually so difficult to ride. There are some of the motorcycles which is so difficult that the temperature of the motorcycle is very high. But then again, something very unique about Java and Jezri is we are the only manufacturer who are giving liquid cooling radiator.
yes sir.
When it comes to any other brand who are having the classic motorcycles, none of them have not even a oil cooling. We have a liquid cooling as well as air cooled. So one of the reason being why you face that temperature also, because the radiator fan starts at 94 degrees. The moment the radiator fan starts, so it basically pushes the air, the temperature towards your leg. So you start feeling that my bike is getting overheated. It is actually not getting overheated. It is actually reducing your temperature. And this is because it has a liquid cooling radiator. At a stretch you can go for the longest way possible. Even at a higher temperature also, even if you ride, there is no problem at all. If you take a look at, I don't want to pick up the name, but yes, I have to compare it. If it is like Royal Enfield, over a period of time, when it is going at an excess temperature, the temperature is, the performance is also eventually dropping, and you'll have to stop the bike for some time. But in Java, I dare you, you don't have to stop. You can ride, you can rip, and the amount of capacity the motorcycle has, and it will not say don't push me so hard. So you can just be, however you want. The vehicle will have a good amount of capabilities, and this is the only motorcycle to produce so much of power also. This is the only classic bike which is producing 30 bhp and 29 bhp. The rest of the motorcycles classics are all producing around 19 bhp, 18 bhp. So because it has a higher compression, it has a higher bhp, it has 4 valves also. We are the only first classic motorcycle manufacturers who have 4 valves, 2 inlet and 2 outlet. And at the same time, you have a liquid cooling radiator, you have a higher amount of bhp produced, and 2 exhaust systems. So it's a very unique motorcycle. And temperature is something which is very very common, and no problem at all. City में कोई भी गाड़ी गर्म होती है, like Mukesh said, even the Activa also.
Hmm.
But since it is an opened vehicle, so because of the fan, that does.
I think this point.
Fan-
ఏదైతే
fan
fan
radiator.
మీద on
Fan-
అవుతుందో,
fan
అది
radiator.
ఇంకా ఎక్కువ అనిపిస్తుంది.
అది
Complete.
heat ని గుంజేస్తుంది. అదేం చేస్తుంది అంటే
మన
heat ని గుంజేసి
legs దగ్గర ఉంటుంది
ఎంత
కదా.
throw చేస్తుంది.
ఎగ్జాస్ట్ అనేది మన లెగ్స్ దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. సో
అది ఇంకా
ఇంకా పైకి
ఎక్కువ
వచ్చి మనం
ఉంటుంది.
కొంచెం ఫీల్ అవుతాం.
So there is very logical temperature. There is no problem with your motorcycle. Burning smell also not at all a problem. At the end of the day, it's a 350cc.
No, we are not for asking for vehicle problem. We are-
Once you are a biker, then you should start forgetting about all these things. So
You said the coolant level we will verify, right? If there is an excess, it will dispense. So in which instance it will consider it as excess? Is it at the reserve level or at the radiator level excess?
नो रिजर्व टैंक है ना सर, उसके अंदर आपको मिनिमम लेवल रहना चाहिए. मिनिमम लेवल से भी ज्यादा रहा जब वो ऑटोमेटिक निकाल देगा.
वो निकाल रहा है, वो जो बाहर का पाइप है ना,
नहीं,
उससे
नीचे से ही निकाल देगा.
वो पाइप नीचे, मतलब वो पाइप नीचे ड्रॉप हो रहा है,
जी,
तो
जी.
उसमें से निकल रहा है जब पार्क कर रहा है कभी.
यस 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 यस.
ऐसे-
वो कूलेंट लीकेज कैसा था, कस्टमर्स को डर हो जाना.
Overflow actually.
So it is not problem
It's
of
not a issue.
नो प्रॉब्लम नो प्रॉब्लम.
That's all.
అన్న
Yeah.
ఎగ్జాస్ట్ అన్న ఫస్ట్ లో మంచిగా వచ్చింది పర్ఫార్మెన్స్, ఇప్పుడు మొత్తం లేజర్ లాగా సౌండ్ బెరాక్ ఉంది.
ఓకే. సో
అయితే ఎట్లా improve
మనకు
చేసుకోవాలి?
స్టార్టింగ్ లో వచ్చేసి మనకు కార్బన్ ఫార్మేషన్ అంత ఉండదు. సో ఆఫ్టర్ కొంచెం నడిపిన తర్వాత ఆ ఎగ్జాస్ట్ గ్యాసెస్ వల్ల కార్బన్ ఫార్మేషన్ మంచిగా అయ్యి మీకు సౌండ్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంటది.
ఇప్పుడు నాకు పాత జావా లెక్క కావాలంటే ఓల్డ్ జావా అంటే
పాత విల్ సీ వన్స్, ఒకసారి చూద్దాము, చూసి ఒకసారి చెప్తాను. బైక్ చూసి ఒకసారి ఏమైనా ఉందా, లేకుంటే ఎవరైనా ఏమైనా నీకు డీబీ కిల్లర్స్ ఏమైనా చేశారా ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసి.
ఇంకేం అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ అయితే షోరూమ్ లో నుంచి ఎట్లా ఉంది అట్లనే ఉందా?
ఓకే ఓకే.
సౌండ్ ఒక్కటి కొంచెం వస్తలేదు.
बॉबर को ड्यूल सीट लगाए तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम या सस्पेंशन
आपको डिस्कम्फर्ट होता सर वो आगे से
डिस्कम्फर्ट होगा लाइक शॉर्ट राइड्स के लिए.
शॉर्ट राइड.
Sir, only for example, if you are adding the second seat, sir, which is not recommended from the company, but outside the market there are a lot of options which you can basically add. Probably in the city, if you plan to go to one cafe to another cafe with the pillion rider, it is absolutely not a problem at all. But the person who's sitting behind, I'm not pretty sure how much comfortable they'll be because there's no back support. In fact, there are no footrest also.
Yes.
So पूरा जुगाड़ करना पड़ेगा. Which is
भी लगा दिया.
और एक और क्वेश्चन है टू फॉलो अप ऑफ डीबी किलर. अगर अपन डीबी किलर निकाल देते हैं तो परफॉर्मेंस इंपैक्ट, माइलेज इंपैक्ट कुछ है?
हाँ है ना.
कितना है, मतलब
वो
how much
आप
percent?
जितना आप सर बोले जैसा आपको फर्स्ट गियर में डाल के भर 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 मारना,
हाँ, वो तो नहीं है, लेकिन
साउंड सुनने के लिए
normal,
अपन जितना
हाँ.
हो सकता उतना माइलेज तो जाएगा. वो अभी आप यूथ है, यूथ क्या करते हैं, अभी अपने को अच्छा साउंड होना है, भगाना है, सो दे विल रेज as much as the sound will come. So what we'll do, we'll feel it and we'll drive it. That is different. At that time it will only 1-2 mileage का कुछ difference आएगा. Maximum उससे ज़्यादा नहीं आएगा. And if you are raising more, if you are taking the first gear in a 30-40 speed, second gear in a 60 speed, then it will affect.
Then even having a DB killer
वो जो किलर है जो साउंड इट इज मॉडिफाइंग द स्टॉक
sound.
So our bikes which have inbuilt there is a change that we can do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
For other vehicles बाहर करना पड़ेगा.
बाहर करना पड़ेगा.
Correct.
अदर में
But
किसके लिए
not the
ऑप्शन ही
bypass.
नहीं है सर. वो साइलेंसर ही चेंज करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, वो तो ठीक है.
We can't do anything.
तो my question is here, अगर वो DB किलर हमें चेंज किया like स्टॉक से, तो बाहर का जो ये ट्रैफिक RTA का कुछ
Problem.
इश्यू है होगा?
हाँ होगा सर.
Definitely.
Definitely.
So why I am raising this point is since the company manufacturer itself is actually giving that kind of an adjustment.
Yes.
So वो कुछ दिमाग लगा के रखे होंगे ना, तो ऐसा नहीं है थोड़े ऐसे लगा
अगर
हुआ
निकाल दिए
चलान-
तो वो तो चालान का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना, उसमें तो आवाज उतना आता है
सर
नहीं.
ज्यादा आवाज तो नहीं आएगा.
हाँ, तो उसमें 2 stages.
मिनिमम रहता है सर.
Yeah, there are 2 stages.
That's what I was actually thought of changing it for my
Yeah.
roadster, but again I come down because of this traffic कुछ RTA का problem.
Yeah, so एक तो गाड़ी का साउंड है, उसके बाद भी 2 stages आपकी गाड़ी को है. पैराक के लिए तो नहीं है. पैराक के लिए only 1 stage, only the last stage. So आपके लिए 2 stages है. One is the loudest,
हाँ.
जो अपने बाहर अपने पास जो रोस्टर है टेस्ट राइड गाड़ी को आप देखिए
हाँ,
ऑलरेडी.
correct.
एंड वन मोर इज लिटिल बिट जो अंदर जो डेसिबल मीटर्स के जो है आरटीए रूल्स के अंदर है वो. सो यू कैन कीप दैट
अच्छा,
नॉट
वो
एन
भी
इशू.
कर सकते हैं.
हाँ वो उतना साउंड नहीं आएगा, अच्छा जरा नॉर्मल साउंड होगा, इट विल बी लुक गुड,
So it is
डिसेंट है,
It will be different from the stock.
यस
Yes.
डिसेंट रहेगा।
For adventure भी same है.
एडवेंचर के लिए नॉर्मल है, ज्यादा साउंड नहीं आएगा, एंड स्क्रैम्बलर के तो है ही नहीं, एंड रोस्टर के लिए देयर आर टू सेटिंग्स, वन इज डिसेंट वन इज द लाउडेस्ट वन। Okay.
So if
पर
you use the
Java-
lowest one, mileage drops. Huh?
या माइलेज विल ड्रॉप एंड आगे रूल्स के हिसाब से इट विल नॉट
कितना ड्रॉप हो गया भैया?
वो जितना रेस करते हैं आप, जितना चलाते, जितना बजाते, जितना साउंड निकालते हैं, सो उसके हिसाब से
RTA का recommended क्या है? DCB और
AIT के अंदर है शायद, 80 dB है ना, 80 dB के अंदर है वो। Any more questions? Any doubts? Any गाड़ी के बारे में कुछ doubts? Anything to do?
How about pollution check
Pollution
certificate?
check is not required, I think so, because
BS6
it's not
not
BS6
required.
bike,
After,
so it's a non-polluting bike.
After 1
so-
year, 2 years, not required.
So
Okay.
it means BS6 गाड़ियों के लिए pollution check
चेक करवाने की जरूरत
जरूरत नहीं है।
They are designed to be non-polluted.
अच्छा really? So so we don't need to worry about the pollution certificate.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Just
Yeah,
have to
చెప్పొచ్చు.
renew the insurance.
మోడల్ పోలీసు వాడు ఉంటాడు వాడు ఎవడో
Ah.
అడుగుతాడు ఏంది
లేదంటే
BS6 अच्छा BS6 की जरूरत ही नहीं है।
వాళ్ళకే తెలియాలి బిఎస్సి
వాళ్ళకి education ఉండాలి కొంచెం.
But they won't.
So then it is good.
we won't worry.
I was about to do for my నా బట్టి సేవ్ అయింది।
కాదు సార్, ఒకవేళ పోలీసులకి పైసలు కావాలంటే వాడితే వదిలేట్టున్నాడు,
వాడు ఏదో ఒకటి చేస్తాడు.
ఏదో ఒకటి చేస్తాడు. నో ఐ నీడ్ ఏ పొల్యూషన్
It is recommended.
మనం ఈ పాయింట్ రేస్ చేస్తే I think they will not
Yes,
question.
yes.
వాడికి ఐడియా ఉందిరా భయ్ అని చెప్పేసి అనుకుంటా।
Even for this bobber, अगर dual seat लगाए तो पुलिस वाला पकड़ने का चांस है।
नहीं नहीं
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
అంటే RC
There might be a, because in the
Single seater
RC is
ready.
mentioned, it is single seater.
అంటే ఎంత ఎవరు అంత నోటీస్
మనకు
చేయరు.
అంత వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు కూడా.
Yeah.
they go for only the documentation.
Yes, that's it.
Ain't the silence.
సైలెన్స్ అనేది కూడా మెన్షన్ ఉంది।
Silencer చాలా
Silencer they keep like
Sound
RT వల్ల ప్రాబ్లం చేస్తారు.
కాదు,
It will
మన-
cause more noise.
RC బుక్ లో వస్తుందా?
RC book లో-
ఆశలో ఉండదు సార్.
There is seating
వాళ్ళ
ఉంటుంది.
దగ్గర ఉంటుంది.
Seating and color. Seating and color.
అంటే సీటింగ్ ఏం ప్రాబ్లం కాదా? లైక్ సెకండ్
అందరూ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయరు లైక్ అంటే వాళ్ళు చూసేదంటే డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ సౌండ్ అంతకు మించి దేవుడు
ఇప్పుడు సార్ వెహికల్ అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ కి ఏమైనా అమౌంట్ చార్జ్ చేస్తారా?
Yes, yes, there is charges.
Something like 750 or 1000 into.
ఇది ఇంకొకటి జావా ఫారెంట్ ఉంది నా దగ్గర సైలెన్సర్ పెయింట్ పోతుంది ప్రాబ్లం
We'll have to check, sir. How old is it?
1.5 year బిలో లెస్ దెన్ 1.5 year
Less than 1.5 years. So,
అంటే అది ఫస్ట్ చెప్పారు దీంట్లో ఉన్న మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లం పెయింట్ పోతుంది సైలెన్సర్స్ ఈజీగా
సార్ ఇంకోటి ఏదైనా మీ వెహికల్ కి ఎక్స్టర్నల్ డ్యామేజ్ ఉందా సైలెన్సర్ పైన?
ఎక్స్టర్నల్ డ్యామేజ్ ఏంటి
ఎక్స్టర్నల్ డ్యామేజ్ ఏం లేదు కదా. సో 1.5 year అవుతుందంటే మీకు వారంటీ క్లైమ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, నాట్ అన్ ఇష్యూ. క్లైమ్ చేసుకోండి
పెయింట్స్ నార్మల్గా పోతుంది అది ఇట్లా
Chip off అవుతుంది.
షీట్ లైట్
ఏదైనా ఫోటో
ఫోటో బైక్లో
వెహికల్ ఉంది కదా, ఓకే.
ఒకవేళ పెయింట్ డ్యామేజ్ వల్ల అయితే ఏం చేయొచ్చు అన్న?
అంటే ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఏదైనా డ్యామేజ్ ఉందా
కొంచెం ఇలా రాసి ఇట్లా గోడకి కొంచెం
Scratches.
అంటే వారంటీ అప్లికేబుల్ అవ్వాలి.
మళ్ళీ దానికి ఎట్లా సొల్యూషన్
పెయింట్ ఏదైనా చేయించుకోండి.
ఇక్కడ
వాటర్ కోటింగ్ అయిపోతుంది, అది చేయించుకోండి.
What about some rust issues in silencers?
వీళ్ళు రిప్లేస్
అదే ఆ
Complete
పెయింట్ పోతే
warranty.
మనకి లైట్ రస్ట్ లాగానే కనిపిస్తుంది ఆ పెయింట్ మీద ఆటోమేటిక్గా రస్ట్ లాగానే కనిపిస్తుంది
బిల్ చెక్ ఇట్
any more doubts?